president delivered his budget vote and outlined plans to grow the economy, create jobs and fight poverty, amongst other things. The president also touched on his decision to appoint a judicial commission of inquiry to probe allegations of political interference against Mchunu.
It is therefore strange that some people have voiced strong opposition to the establishment of this inquiry. Some have even said that I should take immediate punitive steps against Mr. Senzo Mchunu on the basis of untested allegations. Not only would this be unfair, but it would also create a very dangerous precedent.
But other political parties wanted harsher action against Mchunu.
Mr. Ramaphosa, you speak of fighting corruption, yet you place your own Minister of Police on special leave instead of expelling him from the cabinet, as you recently did with regard to the DA Deputy Minister.
We have written to President Ramaphosa this morning, pointing out to him that he is engaged in an undermining of good governance and plain constitutional delinquency. You cannot appoint an acting minister outside of parliament and cabinet. You cannot place a minister on special leave while he will continue to draw a salary and ministerial benefits.
It is in this context that the IFP welcomes the President's decision to act on our recommendation for a commission of inquiry as a response to the serious allegations raised by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi.
What he said about these killings, Honorable President, is that the police issued these guns, and commission must get to the bottom of this. Certain police has been part of these gangs, and it's time to get to the bottom of this.
Not only is crime out of control in South Africa, our safety and security arms are in complete disarray, especially after the Mkhwanazi expose.
Should the Minister of Police be found guilty and following due process, the ACDP believes that the charge of treason would not be unreasonable.
We firmly support the decision of the President to set up a commission of inquiry to investigate the allegations pronounced by the KZN Police Commissioner. There was absolutely no better way, Comrade President, rather than setting up an investigation led by a judge as a legitimate platform through which the issues can be ventilated in order to ascertain the veracity or otherwise of these obviously very grave allegations.
The president has meanwhile dismissed accusations that commissions do not deliver results and consequence management.
Some people have even resurrected the tired line that commissions and panels that we have established in the past have produced meaningless results. This view is wrong. It is not borne out by evidence.
And there is proof that these commission of inquiries have brought about a turnaround in the institutions where we had commissions of inquiries, in particular in relation to state capture. ESCOM, the lights are back, are on. The network industries such as Transnet, our ports, they are on their way to recover. SSA, in its last posting, has posted a profit of 252 million rands. SARS has now recovered about 2.3 trillion rands.
And he also hit back at the DA, the MK Party and the EFF for not supporting the national dialogue. The president will reply to the debate on Thursday.
It's the kind of headline that makes waves in every political corridor across South Africa. President Cyril Ramaphosa refusing to suspend Police Minister Senzo Mchunu despite mounting public pressure and swirling allegations. Now, here's the thing. When a sitting minister is accused of misconduct, even before any court verdict or parliamentary inquiry, the public naturally expects action. But Ramaphosa isn't biting just yet. In a calm but firm tone, the president addressed the issue, saying, and I quote, "While the allegations against Minister Mchunu are serious, they remain untested. It would be unfair to suspend him right now." That one line has sparked both support and outrage. But what does it really mean when a leader says allegations are untested? Let's break this down. In the South African Constitution, The principle of innocent until proven guilty is not just a legal cliché. It's a core value, and Ramaphosa is leaning hard on that legal principle to shield his minister, at least for now. According to the president, acting prematurely could undermine due process, suggesting that his administration wants to preserve the integrity of institutions rather than act based on political noise or media narratives. But of course, critics aren't letting this slide. Many civil society groups argue that the optics of keeping someone accused of wrongdoing in such a powerful position could do more harm than good. Trust in the police is already fragile, and anything that shakes that further, even unintentionally, could backfire big time. The opposition has been quick to pounce on the matter, saying the president's reluctance shows a lack of accountability in the highest offices of government. Supporters of Ramaphosa, however, see this as a calculated move. They believe that the president is playing the long game, avoiding the risk of setting a precedent where political careers are ended before any formal investigation takes place. Think about it. If ministers could be suspended on the basis of allegations alone, without clear evidence, that opens the door to manipulation and vendettas in politics. And no democracy can afford that. What makes this even more fascinating is that this statement came during a broader discussion about governance and trust in leadership. Ramaphosa used the opportunity to highlight the importance of not yielding to public hysteria when it comes to decision-making. He said, "We must remain committed to the rule of law. It's what differentiates us from a system of mob justice." That may sound noble, but is it enough to quiet a concerned public? For Minister Mchunu, the heat is on. Even if not suspended, the spotlight will remain fixed on his every move. He'll be expected to cooperate with any probes, maintain public confidence, and uphold the ethical standards of his office. That's a tough balancing act for anyone under suspicion, whether the allegations are true or not. Meanwhile, political analysts are warning that the president's stance might have long-term implications. It might embolden other officials under scrutiny to dig in their heels. Or it might strengthen public respect for legal processes, if investigations eventually confirm that waiting was the right call. Either way, the clock is ticking. So what's next? If an independent investigation kicks off and finds wrongdoing, the pressure will skyrocket, and Ramaphosa's credibility might hang in the balance. If nothing comes of it, his decision not to act immediately may be vindicated. But in the court of public opinion, delays can feel like denial, and perception can be just as powerful as reality. At the end of the day, Ramaphosa is betting on patience and process. Whether that pays off or backfires spectacularly, that's a story still unfolding. But one thing's for sure, this decision will be remembered the next time South Africans head to the polls.